Good morning. My name is Lee Mullen, and this is the very last module for the Humanity course on AI for environmental educators. In this program, we have looked at such an array of different areas, and I just wanted to recap it in the final and also give you a glimpse into what is coming next in this world of AI that you may want to be aware of. So through the modules, we basically understood how important framing the world was, how important storytelling is, and how we can use AI to, as domain experts, create content like you've never been able to create content before and be very much in the driving wheel of that generation. And to do that, we went through a bit of fundamentals of AI and understand some of the buzzwords and some of the terminology that's coming out. And then we got into the nitty-gritty where we were able to firstly talk to the information that we had by uploading reports, by taking snapshots of information, by using the general knowledge that these language models have within them. We can have a conversation and ask questions, we can iterate on that, but we just have to be wary of things like the context window, the ethics of using this information, and how we go about using imagery and all that type of stuff. From that, we were then able to generate content across a myriad of form factors, from blog posts to script writing to Q&As to quizzes, and be able to change the language based on style and tone. So you could be speaking to someone, a post sound like Winston Churchill, or trying to explain quantum mechanics to a 5-year-old. Then moving on to visuals with images, one of my favorites, where we pulled in DALL-E and Midjourney to generate these amazing images from simple text prompts and be able to pull in, again, the power of AI to say, this is what I want to do. Can you extrapolate this prompt to make it more defined so I can get a better output? And then sound. Producing a synthesized voice, I think, makes this stuff so compelling, because not only can then you update the narrative, you can pull in live data, you can change the translation, you can pull in different languages. It becomes the most flexible kind of way to culturally communicate with people all around the world when it's in their native tongue. And we were able to pull all that stuff together and feed it into Runway, where we were able to generate a video which has images to the video clips and then the audio, and then potentially you could add music, and you can do all of that stuff for less than $10. If not, most of it there is free levels available. And then just to wrap it up, we went into interactivity, where kind of explaining the next level of using these tools is how can you then upskill your ability to start building software tools, understanding a bit of the coding, and even create things that are, in the case we did, an interactive graph from some very static data we found on a UK website. So taking into account that this is all the stuff that's happening now in the industry and the market, what is coming next? What are the things that we need to be aware of? And for me, I think information insight is probably number one. These models being trained on data all the time, they're connecting to many different systems. Data is very much king. So if you are collecting samples, river samples, sewers, air quality, or you're documenting behavior of animals or of degradation of environments, that data is your USP. It's the thing that these models really need to understand and that have that empirical evidence to back up the content that you create. The second one is natural language will win. For all of the weird nuances you'll find in these systems, these hallucinations for things that get generated, or because it doesn't quite get it right and you have to iterate, remember you're talking in your natural tongue to a computer. This stuff is the things we dreamt about when we were children, and it's here now, and it's only going to get better. Third is attention. Attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, but they're also, for good, valuable content, they are getting longer. We have 3-hour podcasts and we have 6-hour dance videos. Understanding where you want to fit your content in used to be, do I want to create a 3-hour podcast, or do I want to create a 6-second video? And you had to decide. You don't have to decide anymore, because you can create this 3-hour podcast if that's what you feel will get through to one part of your audience, and then you can extract as many 6-second videos from that content that you want, or you can then use that script to enforce a dance video or create a rap song that can be used for dance videos around rising sea levels, for example. And then for modalities, as you saw with the SOAR example, where you can see how video improvement is going to happen over this next year and the quality, I think we're going to also see more modalities in the respect of how can we pull this stuff into like computer games? How can we pull this stuff into other tools? So as you're describing what you want, then we've seen this a bit already where, Microsoft suite of tools, you can dive into your data in Excel, you can generate documents in Word, but I think we'll go up another level where you'll be able to describe as a game creator, I want to set this, I want to create a game whereby the character is demonstrating rise to sea level. So every time you go up a level, the sea level rises, like a Tetris. And I think you'll be able to create that game with quite ease by the end of the year. And then it's only going to expand on other existing modalities where we have things like narration for speech, but also your ability to communicate with the AI will become more natural, more passive for those who prefer that way of communicating. And then finally, which is a bit of a selfish plug, this idea of DKR, which is what my book is about, I think changes the game because it basically shows that in the future, content will become a transportation model for you to get some feelings, evoke some emotion, or some information to another person. So it becomes more and more important to say, what data do I have? What is the narrative I want to get across to people? Because the form factor of how that's delivered, be it through VR goggles, through connection into the brain, or through a display ad, is going to change dramatically as we progress with this technology. And for those who are interested, can get a complimentary copy of DKR by going to ml.run/DKR. Drop your email address in and then you'll get a PDF. Or if you prefer to read in paper, you can get one off Amazon or Kindle. And I'd like to just finish and say, well done for completing this course. I know it was short and we kind of focused on some key points, but the purpose of it was to inspire and showcase what was possible with this technology and just to make people get over that barrier of fear about using it. And now it's time for you to create, for you to start generating some stuff with artificial intelligence, be it a blog post, be it a video, be it an audio track, whatever you feel will be of interest to your target audience. And when you do, please email your creations to ai@humanity.run. We'd love to see the things that you create and love to share them with the wider community. Thank you so much for taking this course. My name has been Lee Mellon and have a wonderful, wonderful day.